We have ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen. Second decider match of the day, and it's between Fortitude and Mikael. We saw Fortitude tower pushing 15 sway out of the winner bracket. Will that happen here? Very unlikely, as he's up against an undead in Mikael. So once again, it is China versus Korea, LP Club versus the champ, and we get this going on Northern Isles.
The other in the top right. In the yellow, already playing with official ESL colors. Can you believe it?
Amazing.
Going with the ghoul build, what must be a Crypt Lord then? Oh yeah. Against the normal AM opening build by Fortitude, no power build there or anything of that kind. Crypt Lord and DK definitely both being played nowadays in this matchup. Very different strategies. Usually player specific, one strategy is preferred, but I would say Northern Isles a very good Crypt Lord map. You can creep level 2 right away at the natural. It's super safe and you can expand there right away. On the way to the gold mine, there's 2 critters, which is one of the reasons why this is so good. That's an easy expo to go for. And the human, if he wants to counter expand, he doesn't have mercenaries on this map, and he doesn't have a very comfortable level 3 creep route at all. So it's really awkward if the human wants to counter expand. For that reason, normally we see humans playing aggressive rather against this Crypt Lord expansion, either with a tier 1 push or with a tier 2 push.
Yeah, but it's Fortitude. He likes his towers, he likes his tanks, he likes his lame playstyle. Let's see if he can unfold it here against the Crypt Lord.
Mikael just bought a dust.
That makes no sense at all.
Is it just muscle memory?
Misclick?
RD?
Probably.
I'm wondering if there's something we're not considering, that we're forgetting about, that this could be good for. Because it doesn't seem like it.
No. Invis comes up very, very late. There's no Blade Master here. There's no spells that grant in this. Probably just a misclick. Or maybe a hotkey going wrong. Or, you know, Butterfingers.
Honestly, that is noticeable. That's like 75 gold in the early game. Does make a bit of a difference. So AM creeping first the big camp on level 2. Got the one of Mana Steal, which is really good against the Crypt Lord. Mantle also very good. And he's going for a fast level 3 creep route with Militia at the same time. Oof. Almost lost one right there. Delaying the tech quite a bit. Could start it now. Could Fortitude. But, or is he just gonna go all in? Dude, tower push. Let's go. Tower push meta.
Come on, he's teching right now. And there's an expansion coming. But yeah, we've seen this by Chemico. Human tower push against undead expansions with a Fire Lord. Is Fortitude bringing that back?
Could definitely see it. But until it's time for the Fire Lord, it's gonna be quite a while. Still a window here to cancel this Haunted. Nerob not up yet. 6 footies, all of them healthy. Sentry Ward place as well. Oh, no way. Is that why he got the dust? No.
Are you kidding
How
me?
next level would that be? For the possibility of a Sentry Ward?
I don't think so, man. This seems a little too much, but hey, why not? Expo cancelled, diving with the Footman. Impale on the Archmage, who doesn't have a staff. This... Oh, he gets out! What a waste of mana that was.
And that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible for Mikael. I think he made a mistake when he fell too far back towards the expansion. I think he should have stayed in the choke point, where the Impale could have made a big difference. Ziggurat killed. Tech only now. Triple level 2. This is a complete disaster.
Yeah, 40 is kind of crushing it, isn't he? Good point by... Good point by Sight, by the way. It's also good against Cloak of Shadows.
Oh, that must be why. Yeah. True.
Wow, pro casters can't think of 2 items. Just thinking of units and spells and stuff. Yeah, so... Mikael not broken yet, but this is so far pure dominance by Fortitude. And this is supposed to be his weak time.
This one of Battlefield was amazing, by the way.
Yep.
It's early game against Cryptlord. Absolutely nuts. Ooh, almost getting surrounded there.
Yeah. I mean, TP is gone. There was a staff. But if he gets the sub, man. No rod of necromancy.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't, this is so expensive. And guess what? He's still gonna get it.
Oh my. Ooh. Horrible game.
Yeah, this should be a quick one for map 1, folks.
Yep. We thought this would be lining up perfectly for Europe, but hey, maybe we do get a little break in between.
Ay.
Yeah, as I say, since patch release, Undead literally unplayable versus human now. And Fortitude chose.
Why would you put gasoline on the fire, Nia? Are you an arsonist? Stop it. Stop it right now!
Don't tell me what to do! You're
Stop
not
it.
my mom!
You're killing esports, Neo. Literally killing esports. Stop it.
Nice round by Mikael. Expo cancelled again. Oy. The pummeling continues. Now the Mountain King is out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Double Sanctum by 40. I like that he's not being greedy and expanding too quick. He's got really good position in this game. He just needs to maintain map control. The only strong thing that Mika is going to have for quite a while is Beetles. So if Priests come out with Dispel quickly and that strength is taken away, then again Fortitude is going to be in full control. Some footies here will be dying, but also some ghouls going down. So they're waiting patiently for the DK, who is not out yet. And the Slaughterhouse in the main, by the way, could be cancelled. That would be a complete disaster. But Fortitude not looking for that at the moment.
I would not sign up for... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, there's a big person. I would not sign up for Fortitude's army, by the way. The way he treats his footies... No bueno if you're part of that. Always sacrificing them to the fullest. We got
a good general must know when life has to get spent for the victory, you know?
Absolutely. I'm totally up for that. I totally agree with the way he does it, but you know, I don't want to be a footman there. But he does the right thing.
And as the spell is finishing, he calls the militia, creeping the natural is going to be MK level 2. AM still harassing in the meantime.
Yeah.
This is a sick game by 40.
Natural expansion, he's kind of safe. There's... This spell is ready. Archmage is going to the expo once again, where he thought, hey, there might be something. He was right. Didn't see the acolytes moving in again.
Beetles scouted now, but Dispel! And they're gone.
Man, a roaming Archmage. I haven't seen it too much like this. Like, he's playing a similar role to a Keeper / Farseer now.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's going to be a big item here for the MK. Fortitude's army is still not looking too impressive, so there's a window still for Mikael to win this game. Tier 3 timing, Frenzy, Orb, Lich, and then hit before Fortitude has grown strong enough. And in fact, if Fortitude is stuck on Tier 2, which seems like he will be, then Undead Heroes could carry this theoretically in the late game. At the moment, though, for this, Undead Heroes are not the strongest. Will grow stronger soon. Fortitude should make sure that there's still no expansion coming up this whole time, and that's what he's making sure with the AM.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What do you see the expansion? He's checking it again. He has water elementals again. This is a cancel once again. So yeah, what can the Beetles do to this expo? Not much, honestly. Arcane Tower will be up in a second. Just more creeping at the moment. Tier 3 finishes. Will he hit that sweet timing against Dispel and Control Magic? It's got to be the Tri-Hero that carries, but MK is also level 3.
Can easily get that. Ghoul would love to have a bigger target with the Fiend. Zeppelin even by Mikhail. Trying to save that Fiend, which should be working out. 240 gold is pretty expensive if you're trying to go for a crisp tier 3 timing, though.
Yeah. Not too sure if that will work out. Zeppelin very hurt. And there's quite a bit of anti-air in that army, as you saw. Lich is coming. And then you gotta go. Orb. Destro upgrade. Go. There's not many towers. And he's still at tier 2.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fortitude still banking. Breakers only. Cancels the blacksmith. He was considering workshops, but now changes his mind. Yeah, in terms of anti-air, we got like nothing.
Well, against the Zeppelin, that is kind of enough to have water elementals and priest and archmage. But yeah, once the Destros are up, that's not going to work. Uh-oh, Impale, Coil, Hero Focus time. Lich is out as well. Might be coming in as a surprise once the invul is over.
Amsa with a TP, very close to that level 4. Would love to have it. The Ghoul might be just barely good enough. Impale, AM in trouble. Heal scroll last second. Oof, TP.
That was expensive. Still no tech. What is 40 doing? He's not fortifying expansions. He's not teching. He's not getting gyros. He's not getting rifles. Can this work? Like just tier 2?
I think it depends on the undead hero levels. If Mikhail gets to like 5-4-3, then this is definitely winnable. Probably gonna be a win then, but at the moment he's far away from that point. But yeah, Fortitude, he doesn't have that game in the books necessarily. Maybe the better choice would have been to rush tier 3 and then expand on tier 3, but we'll see how it goes. He's got a big army now, 60 supply. But the red camp goes to Mikhail.
Oh, Valor. Mikhail has no TP anymore, by the way. Just a big heal potion. That's his only consumable. But Fortitude is not going for the creep jack, just levels up himself. Level 4 Archmage. Nice. Not game winning. Mikhail sees this. Knows the army stands. Ah, here's the tier 3. Okay.
Doesn't have many lumber peasants at all, so lumber might be a problem. Should probably make some more at the expansion. Still sitting at 60 supply only. That first A-bomb with Disease Cloud is going to make a big difference. Yeah. Doesn't have Disease Cloud yet, but should be coming. Oh, Lich in dangerous position. Could be getting surrounded right there. Oof. Mikhail lucky to get that Lich out of there.
Okay, bad. Not the greatest position here. Water Elemental gone, level 2, okay. Storm of the DK, interesting choice. Fiends take a lot of damage from breakers, who got the first upgrade. Fiends in the middle of all the breakers, but Hero Focus is all the rage right now.
Hero Focus as well on the AM. He's taking a lot of damage. Heal Potion will be there. And the reduced stun duration for Impale definitely making a big difference. He's going to TP out. Lich was in trouble as well, but Lich survives. Statue goes down. So does a Priest. And Mikhail still has lots of gold. And now, finally, Disease Cloud finished.
Disease Cloud finished exactly. But tier 3 is finishing soonish as well. Hero levels for the undead are getting better and better. And of course, Fortitude still needs a paladin and level him. Not gonna be too easy. Still got the lab and potentially a red spot, but this could also go to Mikhail.
I think nowadays you really shouldn't creep level 4 Crypt Lord anymore. Like in the past, level 3 Impale used to be just completely ridiculous. But nowadays, I think you should pull back the Crypt Lord and give more experience to Lich and DK. Especially the Lich not having level 3 yet. Sort of hurts. But, well, that's the way it is here. Beetles being summoned over and over. Control magic, though, I'm certain should be there. Footy still scouting, sees the necropolis. Low lumber means still no haunted gold mine for Mikhail.
We got human beetles now, control magic. And yeah, this red spot will be contested here. And Fortitude is pushing forward. 65 supply against 60. Disease Cloud spread. decent damage on single breakers, but there are a lot of them. Good micro here as well, if he's not sending him back in. No focus fire on the Abomination at all. Rather go for the Fiends, rather go for the damage.
There was a great clap there as well, doing decent damage and most importantly slowing down the enemy army. Focus now on the Crypto, lots of damage towards him. He's got the heal potion, gonna have to use it soon. Clap comes through as well. MK almost out of mana. Impale against the two heroes. AM in trouble again, but there's always a potion. Fortitude, importantly, always brings the potion. Also, the mana potion on the Mountain King going for the Lich now himself. Lich might be going down with the clap coming through. That should be his end. He positions himself perfectly. Lich, Invul potion. Last second transfer there saves that one as well. Lots of hero focus attempted. Nothing working out though, but the Lich still in trouble.
Indeed, being chased. Archmage fight the cold with fire. Not melting yet, but he stops. And Mikael, that was the kill, and that was the game. 1-0 for Fortitude. I kind of questioning his motives here in the middle of the game, but he was proving me wrong. And thanks to that early, taking map number 1, just one map away from the main event.
Yeah, Mikael there not protecting his expansion well enough. So he crept the green camp first and then slowed everything down. On Northern Isles, you can creep the natural first so easily. And I think it's a big mistake to not do that, because then there's going to be such a big window for the human to delay you. Of course, if you don't creep the green first, but the natural right away, you're going to be further away from level 3. But he didn't reach level 3 for the longest time anyways. So I think Mikael just went for a pretty bad opening, honestly, and got punished hard for it. Fortitude looking confident, thanks probably partly also to the new patch and to his recent results. And might be poised to take this 2-0. Concealed Hill can be, if played properly, a good map as well for the counter crypto play.
Yeah, this looked really, really good. Let's see if Mikael has something left in the tank. He'll probably go for a little break and then everything's fine. Wouldn't mind to see a 3-mapper. Still got 40 minutes until Europe.
I wonder what the third map would be. So Northern Isles is probably Mikael's pick. In ESL, you pick the games ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait a minute. According to the grid, it should have been Fortitude's pick then. Interesting.
Well, we're not 100% sure if they are sticking to the pick ban process.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you really have to make sure that you don't make it so easy for the opponent to cancel your gold mine. If you give the opportunity to your opponent to reach level 3 AM and 6 footman, and your expansion is still only 60% finished, that's just not good enough. That's just not a good enough build, and I'm really, really surprised Mikael went for that opening build. Normally, we only see that in the Undead Mirror, where you go for the green first into expansion, because otherwise you're just going to get overrun by an opponent with faster level 3. But it's very different against human. That narrow tower against human makes a huge difference.
Huge.
And of course, if the expansion is crypt later, the expo is later, and the narrow tower is later. And yeah, Mikael only himself to blame for that loss, I think.
Yeah, and he's a little later to the party here now, but he's in and he's ready. I think we all are. Match points for Fortitude. Would be the third human making it out. The other quarterfinal remaining is Younger versus Pink, where we don't have a result yet. So at least one non-human will make it today. And of course, Mikael has all the chances in the world now. We're loading in. Thank you, Chris Tricks, for the 14-month resub. Hey, did you gain weight just like I did?
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, without question. The COVID's been rough, but newly on a diet, so hopefully we're going to kick those kilos once again.
Yeah, man.
As we hop into map 2.
Salted caramel diet. Off we go. Fortitude.
Isn't it like the Atkins diet that says you can eat whatever you want as long as you only eat that food, basically for your entire diet?
Yep.
There's one of those diets. Dude, there's so many crazy diets. When I was growing up, when I was in high school, a friend of mine, she did a cabbage diet. So she would only eat cabbage for like 2 weeks, like cabbage soup and cabbage grilled and cabbage, I guess not fried, but just cabbage. And it was pretty gross, but apparently it worked. You know, whatever works.
Good for her. So we look at the builds, and we have a once again a Crypt Lord build. Everything else would be quite surprising. And for Fortitude, Archmage to Footman. How good will this early game be? Is there a fast expansion? Is he expanding later, Mikhail? Quite some questions.
Normally the creep route here we see by the undeads is green into expansion. But if you're concerned about the human going for the level 3 creep route and going for the expansion and then playing the tele staff play, then you can also just go for the level 3 creep route, delaying your own expansion a little bit, but having a fast level 3 and then being able to powerfully counter push. On Concealed, it seems like it's all about who does more damage on tier 1 when both are expanding. And almost always the winner of that will win the game. So it's really volatile early, and you gotta make really sure that you have all your T's crossed and I's dotted. And wait a minute.
Yo.
40 is going for the lab creep first. Acolyte trying to block this affair. Not exactly working out. He gets ensnared. It was a fake out though. It was just a little fakey fake. Instead, Fortitude is going for the normal creep. Nice.
Mikhail is not falling for it and rushing over. Well, that's... He goes for the dust again, dude.
Another one gets the dust. Yeah, it's just for the cloak mainly. Which might be worth it. Honestly, that cloak can really ruin your early game. Okay. So it's an insurance policy. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
75% of the time it's going to be a waste of money, but 25% of the time it's going to save you the early game.
Alright, what we got? Slippers, so he doesn't have to be afraid of a cloak. Got claws, that's nice. More ghouls, of course, for Mikhail, who went for orange into green. And then what? Do we have the Acolyte still left? Yes, we do, being chased by a footman. And 40 goes for the lab now, but Mikhail scouts it pretty much perfectly.
So this pretty much looks like the creep route on Northern Isles, or the opening build, very similar. AM with lots of militia creeping early, gets a fast level 3, techs behind it, and then pushes. And on this map, it's very understandable that it will work, because here you have to expand somewhat late, but on Northern Isles you could expand instantly if you wanted to. But here now we're going to see the Crypt Lord creeping the natural. If he gets the full experience, he's going to get level 3. So a lasted steal by the footy would be amazing, but of course very hard to do.
Okay. That lab, of course, opens up the opportunity for sappers and zeppelins and a shredder, maybe? Can be helpful down the road. Another ring of regen. Man, we see a lot of rings these days. And they're very, very good. Tech, as you said. So, the first aggression by Fortitude. Oh, he was just checking, right? Ah, no, he's going through with that, not creeping. Why would he creep? He is level 3 already. And it's another great timing. It's another great timing.
And this was a bit of a fake expo though by Mika. He was expecting this aggression this time. He started teching himself, and that is very comparable to the human's tech timing. And we see a big flood of ghouls and beetles making it towards the human main base. There's no arcane tower there yet, so this could be painful. But Fortitude pushing himself cancels the graveyard, and no graveyard means no slaughterhouse.
And no fiends, of course, as well. Both things that you really, really want as an undead. Archmage not attacking these ghouls, but they are very hurt. The ghouls are not flooding the main because of it. So Fortitude's push is pushing or forcing Mikhail back. Sometimes aggression is the best defense.
This is often the problem for the undead early. Everything is just melee. You can get kited really hard, especially by the AM and the water elementals. And some ghouls will certainly be falling. The footies all still full HP.
Yeah.
Only water elementals so far going down. Traded for 2 footies. AM getting pressured. But there's always health fountains and conceal to heal you back up again.
Yeah, you could certainly sacrifice 2 or 3 footmen for another graveyard kill. He cancels it. He blocked himself. Oh no.
Ooh, that hurts.
Unfortunate. Archmage checks the expansion, but there is none. And wow, wow, how Fortitude is utilizing his footman this series, exceptional.
I would much prefer for him to go tier 3 this time, though. If he again goes for tier 2 expansion and is stuck on tier 2, this could be a big problem this time, because Mikael's tech should be fast and the tier 3 timing would hit much, much sooner and could be much scarier. We see the double sanctum, though, once more by 40. Oh, and the AM staffing back in, preventing the undead tier 3 tech. That's kind of cool.
And another graveyard cancel with that. Oh my, creep speed will be so slow without fiends. Impale, okay.
Nice impale, but not nice enough. Oh my god.
That's
Graveyard
just...
cancels. Who the hell goes for and gets graveyard cancels?
Well,
Fortitude, that's who.
I'm calling for them for like a year. Nobody did it. Finally, Fortitude is responding to my genius strategies.
Yeah, Mikael, he did play a little careless. If he had summoned more beetles and had kept them more defensive and in a better position, this graveyard should be coming up. Also, you should be having it in the very back corner of the base, so maybe where the shop is, that's where the graveyard should be coming up. That's of course being nitpicky, but for good reason, because not having a graveyard is immensely painful. And the AM sees the ziggurat coming up at the natural. He's going to be able to cancel that, and maybe he can still get this graveyard.
Holy smokes. There's another water elemental soon. It's at 50% only. And there's like nothing Mikael gets done in the process of this, right? He can threaten a surround now, I guess, but then there's still 2 water elementals he can stab out. He must do tons of damage at this creep jack.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal creep jack, honestly. Fortitude's game plan here is stay tier 2, yes, that's a downside, but you're gonna get the expansion with the AM pressuring across the map. And this is completely disrupted now. This is the play to get Mikael back in the game.
There was a couple of kills, but again, graveyard done. Is he reacting to the expansion in the bottom? I don't think so. And then there's no water elemental at the moment. This can be a little tricky. Maybe Mikael found the way back.
Town is under siege.
Mountain King is definitely finding his way back to the altar.
With those beetles you can surround easily. MK dead. The game is turning in Mikael's favor. Graveyard might still go down though. Oh my god, it's cancelled again. Tier 3 before graveyard. Lol.
Well, it can go Ghoul's Destros, but the Destros will be a little late then. Break is coming. He's getting experience of the side of Fortitude, but here on CH there's still so much more. And now with the Archmage, he creeps. This also means no experience for the Mountain King.
Yeah, this is a big problem. And you know, when the AM went into the main to cancel the buildings there, he didn't kill the Acolyte at the expansion. That perhaps also was the wrong choice. And being stuck on tier 2, now against a 2-base undead, that is very scary. Cool. MK finally returns. Basically no experience.
Cool comeback by Mikael. There's a staff, so I'm not too sure what this does. Except pushing the undead back, so time to creep a little now. If Fortitude is paying full attention, he saw that something is going bottom left. Did he steal that? Wow.
Yeah, this MK is having a real rough time. And just one creep jack to turn everything around.
Players' forces are
And that's kind of the danger of going for this tier 2 expansion strategy. If you get disrupted like that, things can quickly derail. Fortitude could have just teched tier 3, go for triple hero, creep up the map, expand at some point. But now he's stuck on tier 2, and once Mikael is stabilized here on 50 supply, he's got double slaughterhouse and he's going into A-bombs, like double slaughterhouse A-bombs. Fortitude is going to be running out of chances real quick.
Yep. The delay was pretty good. But now should be an easy fix if he gets a little bit more lumber to go for that double slaughterhouse. Old school. Going for the lich. Hero focus, but there's coils. And so no damage done here really, except if he gets this DK. There's an invo potion.
Perfect impale lined up. DK gets out.
Oh, just like that. Just like that. And the breaker
But he
number-
stays in then.
No. There's another Stormbolt now.
are under attack.
Oh, Mikael with some serious movement bugs, and that DK might be dying because of it. Yeah, that was a little sloppy.
Crypt Lord might be surrounded as well. Mountain King blocks. He has no bash, of course, so could always staff after. That is some time for Fortitude to establish that expo, get the army up. Now the castle tech. And there's only one slaughterhouse. He is super low in lumber.
A player's forces are under attack.
Having had no graveyard for so long, having had only ghouls, no fiends, meant he had to bring the ghouls out, so couldn't harvest much lumber. And yeah, that DK loss means that this lab carry now goes to Fortitude, which shouldn't have been allowed. That was honestly a pretty big mistake. Wait a minute. I know, for a second I thought it was level 1 beetles, but no, never mind. Cryptid is of course level 4, he's got the level 2 beetles, but the army is still small by Mikael. He still has to wait seemingly quite a long time until his force is actually powerful. That also gives a lot of time for Fortitude to tech up. He's got the tier 3 finishing soon and lots of gold.
Oh, Creep Jack again. Can he stop this? Looks like it. MK with the last hit. Didn't get it because the Nova is quicker. Helm of Valor, of course, decent tank item for that MK. Okay, got that major. He wants level 3 so bad. And I guess he needs it. Not yet, though. Fiends are coming. Stormbolt on the Lich again. Is there a counter focus?
TP transfer gets him out of there.
It's more time, though.
Lots of hero focus this game. The Fiend. Oh my god. 9 HP.
Priest died last second.
Player's
Another
forces are
Necropolis. We
under
got
attack.
double Crypt instead of double Slaughterhouse, by the way. One at the expo.
That's also a way to play it, and considering that Griffins will be coming soon, I guess it is the right call. Double Griffin Aviary soon to be done. Griffins can be super strong late game. The problem is they take forever to come online. Normally the undead push at around 65-70 supply will hit before Griffins are ready. But this game, Fortitude is buying more and more time for himself, so he may in fact have that time for those Griffins.
Yeah, looks like it. And number of Fiends isn't too crazy either. Double heal scroll now against all that AoE of Impale and Nova. And of course Destroyer soon. Mikael is switching to Abominations. That is a long tag tree. With Disease Cloud, of course. And the hard counter is already coming in Griffins.
A player's forces are under
Such
attack.
a weird way this game shaped up, not what we used to in Smash Up at all. Tier 2 expansions and techs on both sides, late tier 3, but I think it's looking good now again for Fortitude. The important thing was he had to identify that he had to go tier 3. If he had only massed breakers, like game 1, it would have been a disaster, but he smartly realized he needed to transition into something else. And breakers and griffins is one of the best combos that human can go for if they have the hero levels to back it up as well.
He rather goes knights at the moment. Instead of griffins. Ah, now the first one. A little more firepower against fiends. No Temple of the Damned at all for Mikael. That does hurt a bit too.
A player's forces are under attack.
The Banshees are the ultra late game tech addition for Undead at around 80 supply, which is very strong. Whereas Human normally wants to have Sorceresses in to make use of slow, but that only works if you have Gyros to eliminate Destroyers, which is not the case here. You can't have all the units.
What a beastie tank this MK is, with Helm and Talisman. Plus, of course, Paladin Protection and Heal Scrolls. Buying more time for the Griffins. Now going into Griffin production. 72 supply for Mikhail already. There's not much room for more. And no Disease Cloud yet.
Especially with the DK being level 2 still only, this could be a good fight for 40. He's running in, but he's afraid of that Fiend count. He knows what happens when Griffins get webbed, how quickly they can die, but he's still gonna try it. Into the Fiends he goes, one of them taken out right away. Paladin, heavy focus on him, takes heaps of damage. But 40 always brings the heal potion, with that the Paladin still in fighting shape, and focus on the A-bomb. Reduced healing because of the Orb of Fire. A-bomb get dead as well, and this AM, excuse me, almost level 5 now.
Oh yeah. Kinda hurts, man. More units are falling. Very strong unit combo for 40. And the levels are just not there, especially with the Orb of Fire, man. This coil is laughable. Finally level 2. That helps a bit. But Fortitude is just
I think that helps a ton, actually. Now he's got Frost Armor. I still think to this day that in this kind of game, late game human, 2-base, human undead, I mean, you should go Frost Armor first. But now he's got the 2 spells, and even with the weakened version of Frost Armor, it's still essential to have against knights, especially.
So Mikhail saw the Griffins now. He's not reacting with the Temple. Inner Fire coming for Fortitude. Just take some time. And double Workshop now.
Yeah, I like that a lot. He's got all the lumber he needs now, thanks to the Shredder, Mr. Hank. And he wants to have those workshops standing in case he has to go into Gyros quickly. Or, if he wants to be really cheeky, it could even throw in a couple of tanks.
Knubberquakes would like that. And whatever Knubberquakes likes is good. Wouldn't be too opposed to seeing that. Inner Fire helps the Griffins to survive, of course, if not dispelled. And there is a limited amount of dispel. Even if the cooldown is rather low. We go 100 supply, Remo. 3rd upgrade.
Yeah, that Shredder. Absolutely love that addition. Has been putting in a ton of work. The weird thing for Fortitude is, which armor upgrade does he go for? Griffins or Knights? They don't share the same one, so of course it makes sense that he goes for the attack upgrade first. Which also, however, means that Gyros would be 0-0, which is not too strong, especially in this kind of late game. Destroyers are getting morphed. Is it going to be full morphing time? Mikhail could soon go to 100 supply if he wants, but he's struggling with Lumber hard. He still doesn't have Disease Cloud.
Yeah, and I don't think he will, because the Temple is coming now. It's rather a Banshee transition. Ziggurats only now, so 100 supply is still far away for Fortitude. He's breaking upkeep, and that should be a lot of production right away. Yep, jumping from 80 to 90. Is that in time? Mikhail is pushing.
It's probably just going to be a little bit of peasant slaughter. I don't think he's going to try to take a fight here. He's going to be in a weird position. Once you get some peasant kills, with enough experience, he's going to get DK level 3 finally, which took a long time, but he's still not quite there yet. 4 experience missing. 1 gyro would do the trick. Fortitude in high upkeep. It's a little weird to engage into his own main. How's he going to do that?
Yeah, that is a good question. Can you lure him out somehow? Otherwise, the castle is in trouble. And without castle, no knights, no griffins. Ooh, here's the focus fire. 40 is coming in, but he's just standing there. There we go.
Off we go. MK in the front line. Everything streams at the same time. Beautiful engagement. Those gyros doing heaps of damage. 1 destroyer goes down. TP out by Mikhail. He lost only a single destroyer, which was a great trade for him. And And I think he probably shouldn't make any more Destros. But he's actually going into late game Gargoyles to try to counter the Gyros. Interesting.
Oh, they have Flag Cannon already. And the Griffins do quite some damage as well. I'm not sure if that's the right call.
He's got way better Gargoyle upgrades than Gyros. Like, insanely better. So this could work. Depends on the split.
Another push coming. 40. Do you have a TP? Yes, you do.
Players' forces
Grouping
are
everything
under
up. And this time way easier. But of course, they will be greeted by an Impale. Not the greatest one. Okay, Gyros against the Destroyers. That is way too much damage for them. One down, statue down, fiend down, TP out. Another Destroyer falls. Oh my. That was 16, 19 supply.
Yeah, losing those two statues hurts, especially now for the region. No mana going on, no healing going on. Still waiting for those Banshees, but the Banshees just seemed a little bit too late, if you ask me.
Yeah. Get Master upgrade with it already. But Fortitude is just...
Yeah, Stealing Knights isn't going to do much. They're just going to get one-shot by these Griffins, though.
Yep.
Like, Fortitude's got a great army. This is like almost a perfect army. I love this one. He doesn't have Sorks, which you'll love to have. But this is a really powerful force.
He's getting rid of the Beetles as well. And more towers coming. Expo pretty secure as well. 6k still in. 500 in the main. And only one base for Mikhail. This is definitely a problem. He's engaging into the undead main, Remo.
Well, yeah, he's feeling confident. Impale against the heroes, but never really hitting too much. The Gargoyles flying from the side. They do a ton of damage. Heal scroll beautifully timed there by Mikhail as well. The Gyros might be losing the air battle. Gargoyles starting to go down, but also the clap on the ground against the Fiend. Super powerful. Lich was in trouble, had to go for the Invul Potion, but now the Gargs are all dead. Fortitude still in high upkeep. He's completely owning this fight.
Lich is down as well, and so is Mikhail into the lower bracket. Fortitude with a wonderful series. Pretty much complete annihilation on Northern Isles. Here was a little closer, but feels like just the better combo. Better timings, better game, and so deservedly making it into the main event alongside his human brothers Chemico and Thunder. What a day to celebrate for the Human Alliance, and also the Night Elves can celebrate because Yangi has killed Pink with 2-0. So Night Elves and humans rejoice.
The South Koreans doing well as so often. Fortitude, the only Chinese player here to make it through out of the three for today. So our 4 for today are determined, but tomorrow we're going to have 4 more as the players have another chance in the lower bracket.
Exactly. Here we go. That is the bracket as it stands. Joshishi versus Ice Orc, Alice versus Shao Kai, Sini versus WFZ, and Angshi versus 15 Sway. That is the first round that we will be playing at 2 p.m. Central European Summer Time. And also in are Mikhail, Pink, Linguagua, and Soen. We will be there for you, of course, and we will be there for you for the rest of the day. We take a little bit of a break, and then we have Europe coming. And Europe, Remo, is very hot.
Yeah, can't wait for these games. My boy Starbuck, Firestalkers represent. Can't wait to see him. Is he going to play random? Probably. What matchups are we going to have? It's going to be wild. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to have more games there in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah. We got Neutron vs. Caspin, TGW vs. Johnny Cage, Cooper Biko, Death Note Side, banger. Spiral Little DC, banger. Dyson Sonic, Cash and Starshaped, Starbuck and Anti. This is going to be our bracket. These 4 players here. I think Todd will be streaming as well. Frenchcraft will be streaming as well. And now it is time for a little bit of a break. You don't go anywhere. We're back in pretty much 10 minutes.